Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the HTML and CSS tutorial by PHN Technology Private Limited. So in the previous tutorial, we had created a collage of images, and now in this tutorial, we are going to create a text box over every image which would be kind of opaque, and also it would only appear when our mouse will go on that particular image. Actually, what we are doing here is we are inserting a project image, and as soon as a mouse goes on that particular image, then only we can see the title of that particular project, and when we click on it, we will be redirected to the page, or we will be taken to the page on which the information about the project would be given. Now the page would be created by you as a small task, since you have learned a lot throughout this tutorial, and I think you're pretty much confident to create a small page like that. Okay, so now what we can do is we are going to create two divisions over here. Now first would be the container, inside which the title of the image or the project and the image of the project would be there, and the second would be the content. Okay, now why we are having two divisions over here? This is because we want to style both of them uniquely, and since the container, that is the image, is going to have the particular content on itself, therefore we are going to require two divisions over here, and container would be the parent of the content. Okay, so let's just see how it is going to look. Okay, I'm going to do it for just a single image, and the other images would be done by you. So first would be the div, and the class name as container, and inside this would be our image. So let's just cut it and paste it here. Now inside this also would be our second division, whose name would be content. That's right, and it would have the content, that is the text, and our text is just the heading, like this particular project name is library management system. Okay, so we are going to go step by step. First, we will just create that particular text box over the image, and in the next step, we will do the animation, the special effect of that. Okay, not actually animation, the special effect. Okay, which would be done using the pseudo class selector, that is hover. Okay, now here is my title. Now let's just go inside this styling. Okay, now I'm going to use the ID name, since I have used this particular name container, class name container, quite a few times, and I don't want it to adapt to those styling at any cost. That's why I'm using the ID as the parent and the class name container as the child. So here's the container. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to enter some styling over here. So first we are going to give it some position. Now we have used this particular property in the previous navbar tutorial. Now why are we using it here? Because we are going to position the text box over this container, right? So here the position property values, the absolute and the relative, are going to play a very vital role. Now what does the absolute do? The absolute positions the particular item according to its parent. Okay, and what does the relative do? The relative positions it with respect to the original position. So here we want the container to take its position with respect to its original position. So we are going to enter relative over here. Then we will give some text alignment as center, and then we will give some padding. Let's just say I want to give it as 2px. I'm sorry. Okay, now this is my container. Okay, after this I am going to give some styling for the content, right? So here I am going to define the position with respect to the container. I want the position to be with respect to the container, and the container here is the parent of the content. So we are going to use the property value as absolute over here. So every time the content's position would be with respect to the container, right? Then we will give some top and bottom value. Now you can use top left or bottom right. You don't have to use 4 of them, okay, because they are not that needy. 2 of them can also do the same work. So you can use top left or bottom right or vice versa. So I'm going to use top. Let's just give it as 50%. And then left as 50%. Also, let's just give some background color to it, okay. Now, I'm using the background color value as RGBA. I want the background to be transparent. Little bit of opacity should be carried by it. Okay, so I'm going to use the value gray. Now, 215 is for, gray. 215 be 217, anything would be for gray. And now I'm defining the opacity. So here's my background color. Now let's just define the width, since the div is going to be quite long, right? If we define the width and the height as something normal, is it going to take little bit space? No, it's going to cover up the entire space. So let's just define the width as 20%, okay, and the height as 20%. Now in the next, what are we going to do? We are going to style the HR tag, that is the text content. Now we could have given a class for this, but why waste? Like, we can use the parent class relation here. We can use the parent child relation here. So why just waste some class name over there, right? Why just add up some class name over there? So content and H3. So we will give first of all the text alignment as center, right? And then we need to position it according to the content, right? So it would be absolute, that's right. And then we will give some top and left over here, right? So let's just give it as again 50%. We are going to change this using our inspect option. We'll make it perfect, okay? So I'll just save it. Now let's just refresh it. So yes, my library management system is appearing over here. So let's just position it perfectly using our inspect option. Okay. Now my top would be little bit. First let's just position this particular content, right? We want it to be positioned nicely. Okay, we want it in the center. So here's our center. Now let's just increase its width and height as well. Okay, in this way you can position it in the way you want to. Okay, like I want it to be in the center. It's not necessary that even you want the same for it. Okay, you can increase or decrease this particular numbers according to your wish. So this is my library management system. Okay, now let's just arrange the content over here, and now let's just align the left. Okay, so either you decrease it or increase it, it's on you. So I think I have positioned it now. Okay, so I'm going to copy this particular value and I'm going to paste it inside my content H3. And now what else I had changed? I had changed the value of my particular box, that is my content, project's content, right? So top left, let's just copy it all and I'm going to paste it over here. So let's just save this. Now what is the next step we want to follow? We want this particular box to appear only when we hover on it. So for this we are going to use a small trick. And the small trick is that, first of all, we are going to give it some opacity. Okay, so what we are going to give is, we are going to give this particular thing as opacity as 0. That means it would be invisible, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it, as soon as it goes on that particular container, the styling of the content should change, right? Since we have given opacity to the content, if I give opacity to the container, what will happen? Even the image would disappear. Okay, so I'm going to use dot container, and then after this I'm going to use the pseudo class selector, and now I want the property change for content, right? So I've written content over here. Now what I'm going to give is I'm going to increase the opacity to 1. Okay, then the second thing would be I'm going to increase the font size as well. Okay, now the font size I want to keep it as 25 pixels. Here what I'm doing is I'm going to decrease that font size. I don't want it to be visible at all. So I've saved it. Now let's just try to refresh this. So what will happen? This particular library management system box would disappear. Now we'll just let it refresh. Now let's just, it is not being applied because we need to, let's just add projects over here and save it. Okay, so what was happening is we had used the container, we had given styling of the container using the parent. So when we are giving the hovering effect to it, so what do we need? We need the parent as well here. Okay, so now whenever I take my mouse on it, you can see that the library management system is appearing. Now you can give this particular thing, this particular property to every one of them. You just have to copy and paste, right? Also, we are going to learn little more about CSS animations in here. Here's a property called transition, which helps in giving or applying the movement of that particular item. So the transition here is actually the shorthand property. It has these many other properties. So we are going to use the shorthand property here. Okay, first of all we are going to define the duration, that is I want it to be for 0.5 seconds, and then the property I want it to be ease. Okay, I have saved it, and now I'm going to refresh it. So now you will see that whatever animation or however it is appearing, it would be little slower, okay, and it would be little effective. So you can see that, see, it is appearing and it is going. So this is how transition works. There are so many other properties of transition which you can apply over here and use it for every other hover effect or any other pseudo class element effect. Okay, so this was all about this particular section. Now let's just meet in the next tutorial and start with the another section, that is the block section. So see you soon. Thank you.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.